the city of the seven hills, the city of light, Lisbon. Let's feel the beauty of Lisbon together. Hello everyone, this is AWZ. Welcome to our channel. Don't forget to subscribe. Enjoy. In this video we are traveling through Lisbon's top 10 tourist attractions. Stay with us. Lisbon, the capital of sunny Portugal, is located at the confluence of the Tagus River estuary and the Atlantic Ocean. The riverside city's tourism offerings are as diverse as the country's long history. Lisbon's colorful past can be found everywhere, from the ruins of a Moorish castle situated atop one of the city's seven hills to a sidewalk cafe nestled against an ancient Visigoth wall. Lisbon is appropriately proud of its part in Portugal's Age of Discovery, and monuments commemorating the journeys of explorers such as Vasco da Gama are among the city's most prominent attractions. While Western Europe's oldest city has taken measures to upgrade its transit system, downtown area, and waterfront, it is the attractiveness of Lisbon's oldest districts that draws the most visitors. 10. Castle of the Moors. The Moors Castle is a ruined castle set in the beautiful woodlands of the Serra de Sintra and is a renowned Sintra tourist site. The Moorish castle was built in the 9th century by the North African Moors to protect the town of Sintra, but it fell into disrepair following the Christian conquest of Portugal. King Ferdinand II renovated the castle in the 19th century, transforming it into a picturesque ruin and one of the principal highlights of the Pena Palace grounds. The castle preserves the allure of an old ruin, with a lush forest around the collapsing battlements that provide superb views of the Sintra region. The Moorish castle is a popular site in Sintra that is distinct from the city's other palaces and houses. The castle's beginnings may be traced back to the 8th century and the arrival of Muslim Moors from North Africa. The location of the Moorish castle was chosen because it afforded an adequate perspective of the Tagus River and provided security to the town of Sintra. The Sintra region was exceptionally rich in cultivated fields, according to detailed Arab records, and the Moorish castle was one of the most significant fortresses in the region, even more important than the Lisbon castle. 9. Pena Palace at a glance. The location of Pena Palace was a medieval church dedicated to Our Lady of Pena until King Manuel I ordered the construction of a monastery, which was granted to the Order of St. Jerome. The Great Lisbon earthquake, however, severely destroyed it by the 18th century. Fortunately, the church survived without being destroyed, which startled Portugal's king, Ferdinand II. The monarch subsequently decided to purchase the monastery and its surroundings in order to construct what is now known as the majestic Pena Palace. The castle was created with the intention of serving as the king's summer palace. However, following his death, the palace belonged to his second wife, Elisa Hensler, Countess of Edla, who ultimately sold it to King Luis. It was bought by the Portuguese state in 1889 and later designated as a national monument and converted into a museum. Eight. National Pantheon. The National Pantheon, a symbol of Portuguese identity, is an iconic monument that welcomes and celebrates the great men and women to whom the country owes its recognition. A memory that lives on and represents Portugal's greatest posthumous distinction. Let's find out. The National Pantheon's history includes fascinating information about its stormy construction process, which was the outcome of several historical contingencies faced by the country over 300 years. This lengthy procedure gave rise to the common phrase obras de santa ingratia, which alludes to anything that takes too long or is unlikely to be completed. The architecture of the National Pantheon is a one-of-a-kind specimen of Baroque in Portugal. To construct it, architect João Antunes was influenced by Italian tendencies, resulting in an unusual architectural design with no continuity in Portugal. Enjoy the intricacies on the sloping walls of the National Pantheon, as well as the rich design of colorful marble and inlaid stone. We must also mention the magnificent dome, which rises around 80 meters above ground. Seven, Praça do Comércio and Rua Augusta Arch. The Praça do Comércio, one of the highlights of Lisbon's downtown waterfront, is a large plaza surrounded by exquisite 18th century structures. Dom José I of Portugal lived here until the earthquake of 1755 destroyed it. The square is still known locally as the Terreiro do Paco, or Royal Palace Yard. The plaza's center is dominated by a statue depicting the king on horseback. The northern side is anchored by a magnificent triumphal arch built in 1873. The adjacent hotels, shops, and restaurants make the sunny area a popular stop for travelers touring Lisbon's gorgeous coastline. 6. Tram 28. Most of the decades-old trolley cars that were once a main method of transit in Lisbon have long since vanished, but visitors may still take a ride on Tramline 28 on an ancient streetcar. The ancient Elétrico transports passengers through Lisbon's oldest districts, through some of the city's most prominent monuments and attractions. Tourists frequently ride Tram 28 to the mountaintop São Jorge Castle to enjoy the panoramic views, but the line is also utilized by residents for daily commuting. The ancient tram line is a terrific way to go about town and meet new people. 5. Vasco da Gama Bridge. The Vasco da Gama Bridge was opened in 1998, is a modern engineering marvel and a renowned tourist destination. It was created to relieve traffic congestion in Lisbon and was named for Portugal's most renowned explorer. The cable-stayed bridge spans the Tagus River for about 17 kilometers, 11 miles, and its designers had to account for the Earth's curvature when building it. The 6-lane bridge, which cost $1.1 billion to build, is intended to last more than a century, allowing tourists to marvel at its beautiful architecture for decades to come. 4. Cristo Rei statue. The Cristo Rei statue, inspired by Brazil's famed Christ the Redeemer statue, rises from a hill overlooking the Tagus River. The huge monument was created to thank God for saving Portugal from the greatest tragedies of World War II. It first became accessible to the public in 1959. The Christ figure stands with arms spread atop a towering arch with a rectangular observation deck at the base. An inside elevator transports guests to a platform beneath the figure's feet, where they may enjoy panoramic views of Lisbon, the Tagus estuary, and the 25 de Abril Bridge in the Golden Gate style. 3. Lisbon Oceanarium. The Oceanarium, one of the greatest modern tourist attractions in Lisbon, was erected as part of the city's upgrades for the 1998 World Exposition. The Lisbon Oceanarium, located in the Parque das Nações in northeast Lisbon, is Europe's biggest indoor aquarium. It's divided into 4 distinct ecosystems, each reflecting a different ocean. In addition to all kinds of water life, from sharks and stingrays to penguins and otters, each ecosystem's flora and fauna are represented. Strolling by a tank of bright fish as tropical birds fly overhead provides an immersive experience that should not be missed. 2. 2. São Jorge Castle. São Jorge Castle, or St. George's Castle, is one of Lisbon's oldest jewels, located at the summit of a hill in the Alfama district. The city's most prominent attraction evokes Moorish reign, but the site was fortified centuries before when the Romans and Visigoths were also in control. The Portuguese occupied the fortress as a royal home after driving out the Moors in 1147 until the early 16th century. The royal rooms now house a museum with archaeological exhibits. It's simple to see why climbing the castle ramparts is a must-do activity in Lisbon. The views from the battlements and parapets are just stunning. One, the Belém Tower. Belém Tower, commonly known as the Tower of St. Vincent, is located on what was originally a Tagus River island. The majestic tower was erected in 1515 to both defend Lisbon from attackers and to welcome visitors to the city. Built during the Age of Discovery, the four-story limestone tower is linked to a bastion that housed 17 cannons capable of firing long-range projectiles. A statue of Our Lady of Safe Homecoming faces the river, supposed to protect seafarers on their journeys. Isn't Lisbon beautiful? Let's know your opinion in the comment. This is all for now. Check out other videos in our channel. Enjoy!